precision. Precision doesn't. Everybody's not precise because you step like TBS or you step like.
I'm about to. Oh my God!
Because
do it 'cause you can. Whoa, 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 do it with your fan. Whoa, 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 do it in the stand. Whoa, 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 show 'em you a fan.
All right, welcome to another edition of the Step Exchange, y'all. I done went down to Florida. Y'all know I done did a video on Florida, so I had to go on down to Florida virtually because people don't wear their mask in Florida, as you can see at the screen. No, I'm just playing. All right, here we go from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval, as they say. We have Coach Kiari. Did I say that right?
Duval. Yeah, you said it right. That's my name.
I must have said it right because, you know, y'all, I mess up people's names. All right. And from Tampa, Florida, we have Coach Randall right now here. What's up, Coach Randall?
Hello, everyone.
Coach, I call Coach Randall the Theme. See, Randall Theme. That's his name, Randall the Theme. All right. So before we get into this conversation with these two coaches, we're going to first see a video of a awesome team coming from St. Louis, Missouri. Everybody check out Supreme Royalty. Back. Yeah, that was Supreme Royalty. Have y'all ever seen Supreme Royalty live before in person?
I have. I've seen them at Youth Step, and then I want to say I've seen them at Stuntboard. Yeah, I've seen them at Stuntboard before.
That is true. That's true. What about you, Kiari?
I haven't seen them live yet, but I have seen different videos, and they pretty dope.
I love the aggressiveness of it. All right, so let's get into these questions right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I have my questions right here on my phone. You guys know I love my phone, so I'm going to keep them here. So you see me looking to the side, I'm looking at my phone. All right, question number one. Let's just lay the foundation right here. Coach Randall, why did you start coaching step?
Okay, so the reason that I started coaching step was because in middle school, I actually stepped in middle school. And then I went on to step in high school. I stepped in middle school for Progress Village Middle School. It was a performing arts school. And then from there, like my dream and goal was to get on Tampa Bay Tech step team. That was like, that actually was the first Florida team to win youth step. So yeah, they went on to win youth step. And then from there, I always wanted to, I stepped in college. So I stepped for Rampage, then I stepped for also dorm team in Bethune. So to me, that wasn't still enough. I still wanted to, I feel like I wasn't heard, even though I was captains and all that stuff up in the team. So what made me wanted to step was, wanted to start coaching. I just started helping out little teams at first. Then I seen sometimes these kids actually starting to look up to people. So I was like, then, you know, in Florida, people don't understand in Tampa and Florida, like a lot of Florida places, a lot of kids is into the violence and like to do, and into the streets. So my whole goal was to keep as many kids as I can off the streets. That's why I don't believe in tryouts. I believe in letting everybody come on my team, and I train them, and just as long as I keep them off the streets, that's my whole goal in life, just keeping as many kids off the streets. I think that's why I want to become a social worker, because I'm just so helping with kids and stuff like that. So that was my whole reason of coaching, and from there, I love it. I think I love the most the fact of I get to see their faces when they're on stage. So whether they win or lose, it's just I love to see that fact of their first time traveling and stuff like that. So the reason I be wanting to coach is because I want to keep as many kids as I can off the streets.
That works. I like that. Coach Kiara, what about you? What made you start coaching?
So with me, what made me start coaching was I was in high school, and really before high school, middle school, I used to actually help out with programs, the things of that sort down here. By teaching, you know, different age groups, dance, steps, sing, anything within the performing arts. I was either always the head of something or I'm always teaching it. And during that time, people always used to tell me hey, you low-key good at this. So I think you should actually, when you get older, try to start your team up because you're good at stepping. So why not? And I also used to step for main event and I helped out Divas of Fidelity 2017, 2018. So their coaches actually boosted my head up to go ahead and start my own team. And, you know, when people used to tell me that, it used to go over my head because, you know, some people just be running their mouth and you know how you don't be really listening to everybody. So it used to go over my head. But one day I actually sat down and thought about it, and I just went ahead and started Blitz. And ever since then, you know, originally we were the co-ed team or whatever, but my whole goal was to get the young men that was out there, because here in Jacksonville, our crime rate is very high when it comes down to our young men. And it's not even really our high school. It started off like from 6th grade and even 5th down here. Ooh. So it's very hectic. And that was my goal, was to bring them young men into something positive. And like Randall said, he liked to see his kids, you know, perform on stage. He liked to see their faces and see, you know, go down the right path in life.
I like that. I like that. Come on, y'all better be out here coaching. I really respect that, especially hear Randall say he doesn't do tryouts, because I understand that. I used to didn't do tryouts either until it just got too much. But I understand it, because the person you turn away, you know, you kind of feel like, gosh, I turned that person away. So and then with Coach Kiara, with being that crime rate being so high, so I respect y'all both for that. I really respect that. All right. So is there a competition that you wish that you could do over?
I want to say the year U-Step, the year me and Curtis, just gonna say the year whatever happened at U-Step. But I feel like yeah, even I don't agree with the placements that year of the co-ed division for high school, but hey, congratulations to the winners that did win. I'm gonna say that first. But I really feel like I wish I could do, because the thing that I did wasn't the thing that I wanted to do. But like I was so focused on like what Brock said that you need to do to win and all that, and it just derailed me from what I originally wanted to come with. So I think if I can do that show differently, I really, really would, because I still feel like to this day, top 2 should have been us and Rory Diamonds. But you know, the winners are the winners. The judges picked who they want to pick to win. That's how it's gonna go. But I think that is one show that, you know, I really take back and really wish that I could do differently now, because I feel like me and Curtis definitely had the 2 squads that should have won the show, and everybody know was the favorites to win that show.
I understand, because we watched it. Well, we came up Saturday and we was right on the bus, because our bus had Wi-Fi, and we're watching it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then we got to the hotel, then we heard the battle, so we stopped practicing, and then they called out the winners, and I was just like, everybody go to bed, I gotta go and pray. At that moment, I got nervous. I was just like, everybody let's just go on the bed, let Coach Benson go pray, because I was just like, oh God, you help us. So congratulations to everyone, but then, you know, Sunday came and the Lord worked. All right, Coach Kiari. What about you?
What was the question again?
The question was, Jacksonville, Duval. The question was, I forgot the question. Is there a competition that you wish you could do over?
Not really, but if it was competition I want to do over, it'll be our last competition, which was in Valdosta. My only explanation for that is that I feel like that my boys could have went harder. I think they were a little bit too relaxed after they came to y'all show. You know how they had that show humbled them. Let me just say that. Yeah. So
I tell my team all the time, what you did at this show, you may not be able to do at this show. It's just
right.
My show is very different. I have a go off show. Go off. That's what we want to see. Of course, we do precision and all that, but we like a good. If you come up here and just go off, just do you have everything, and we love all that. And some shows are more technical. So I do understand. All right. So now that we got those questions out the way, we have some hot topics we're going to jump into. But before we get to those hot topics, we're going to see one more team. And this team is an elementary school team right here from North Carolina. Everybody check out Pups.
Let's go, Michaela. Let's see you, McKay. Let's go, Gabby. Woo! Okay, Leo. All right, Kiara. Let's go, Gabby. Go ahead, Gabby. Come on, Kanye.
and we're back. All right, it is time for these hot topics. All right, are y'all gentlemen ready?
Yes.
All right, let's keep it. All right, here we go. Question number one, and I'm going to read it from my paper, well, my phone here. All right, question number one. Why do you think step teams in general have become overly sensitive when it comes to being dissed at a show by another team during their performance? I'm going to say that because, you know, back in the day, a good diss was a part of the show, and we look forward to it. Because you dissed me this show, okay, I got you next show. Watch it, I'm going to do the next show to do. But teams have become so sensitive, you get disqualified, everybody just, why are they talking about my team? I'm like, the dissing to me was my favorite part of the show back in the day. So why do you think we became so overly sensitive? Coach Carr, you know I can't say the name, Duval.
I think people became oversensitive when it comes down to dissing. I don't even know why they became oversensitive. I think it depends on what was said. And, you know, we have teams out there who may know something dirty about, you know, the other team or their coaches or whatever. And they might say something that could have possibly bothered that coach wrong. And that's how things start getting a little hectic or whatever. And that coach started becoming sensitive. And that's when we started having all these, you know, little crashes within the step world. So I think it goes by how that person take it. But on the other hand, it's like, it been like this. So y'all just have to get out that mindset. You know somebody gonna say something slick about you, especially if y'all already been going back and forth here and there. Just do what you need to do. Go create something, throw it back at them, but always just try to keep it clean.
I say that because you see the other genres of dance and stuff, they do it all the time.
Right.
I've been to majorette shows and I'm like, ooh, and everybody's like, okay. And of course, people get upset. I don't see cheerleaders do it. I don't see them. I mean, and they do it all. But when step teams do, everybody's like, disqualify them. They talked about it. I'm like, I thought we had the hood kids. I thought we had the tough kids. Like, I thought we had the kids that people know, don't mess with that one. But we like,
right.
Anyway, maybe, I don't know. Coach Randall, what about you?
Well, you know, I always wanted to this, but I never said that. I never said I would do it first. So when it happened to me, I think Roy Diamonds dissed me first. Yeah, they dissed me first in Lakeland. And they said, aha. Then they said, what? So I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's cute. Then I heard they dissed me again about Ulster. And they said, beat us, they wish, beat whatever they said. I said, oh, okay. So I ignored it. But then I think when TBS dissed me and I actually seen it.
Oh God!
When they said, didn't we all? I think they said something about I could have sworn we already killed this team. Why they keep coming back for more? Then they said, I don't know, but their costumes cute though. I said, oh, okay, baby.
I remember that show. That was in Orlando.
Right. All right. So, you know me, I was like, it was a Kiki. Memphis laughed. Memphis said, Randall, you gotta admit they did get you. I said, okay, you know, they did get me, but baby, I gotta get my guts back. So you know me. So then, you know, when I seen what it was just so happened, I was just talking with Corey this the other day. I said I was walking through our ghetto mall in Tampa, University Mall. And then when I was walking by, I had seen the dresses that TBS do Undertaker in. Memphis, I said, Memphis, he said, I know you lying. So I took it, I called him on FaceTime and showed him a dress. I'm gonna go buy it. I said, I am. So I went there. so that's what so I brought the dress. And then I had my girl dressed like TBS did. She had the curls in her head and everything, like when they did Undertaker and shit. I got the little garbage bag. And then we had ended up doing, they had, TBS little signature. We did a little signature pose. And then they said the little signature pyramid and we did a drop. So, you know, at that time, they caused so much hectic that night at that show. And then when I did Swear Diamonds, I had to find the incredible costumes. I actually did their whole computer love thing. So, you know, it's but see, I believe if I'm a dish you, I don't want it to be subliminal. I want you to know that it's coming, I'm dissing you. So I think that way, I think it's a little more harsh because actually people know what I'm talking about. When the subliminal, you don't really know. So I think when TBS and Roy Diamonds did it, it was more of a subliminal diss, more of not direct. But they know that I would know, but the crowd really don't know what you're talking about. May not know. So I think that's why. But I really think that a lot of step teams are being a little bit too friendly. So I think that's what taking out the the disses sensitive. I think that's where they come more sensitive at, because, oh, I thought you was my friend. Why would you diss me and stuff like that? But, you know, like even when the Delta, like the sororities and fraternities, even though they are friends, is like they know how to like take the friendship away when it's time to compete. I don't think in the coach world, in the step where I don't think they know how to do that. So that's why I don't get mad at dissing. You can diss me all you want. I mean, how I talked to you before, I'm still talking to you the same way. I'm just gonna know I'm gonna dish you back. Whether if it's 1 year from now, whether it's 2 years, oh baby, it's gonna come. I don't care if it's not the current team. I'm gonna dish you back. So it's like it doesn't matter to me. But I
understand.
But I don't think everybody have that same mindset. I think everybody believe in, oh, we're friends, or we talk on the phone every single day, so we shouldn't diss each other. I think that's what I'm pretty sure that's what it boiled down to. I think people have to understand, like, are we here and that we're as friends? Or are we here to compete? Or what's the goal that we're teaching our kids? Like, we can still be competing and like our kids know that it's a competition, because you don't want to think like, oh, our kids hanging out one day, then when they go against each other, they got to, oh, well, we shouldn't have to compete hard against this team because we're friends with them. That's that's how I was looking now. Where in the past, when I was in high school, we was going after each other heads on stage. Like now it's like a whole different. It's like, shoot, we might well all put on the same uniform and step together. And
at this point,
USA versus Japan.
Right, clearly team up here diss me. They dissed me. They had a little Suge Knight little speech. If you want to be on the team where the coach ain't strolling off the stage, Instagram scrolling and all that stuff. I was like, oh, okay, y'all got me. And I was like that. So I said, okay, next show we got you. And the next show we got you.
When I leave, you want to keep doing this. But then when I come around, you don't want to post up.
So I just, and it was no hard feelings. I didn't go up to the coach. Y'all talk about me. I liked it. I was like, that was good. Y'all got me. Y'all got me and all that. So
it's the mindset that you have to have. And that's why I agree with the other coach on your other interview when he said, you know, for these 10 minutes, y'all not friends with them. But afterwards,
that's what I think. That's what people got to understand. Like, you know, I look up to a lot of these coaches and like love their teams, but when we on stage competing with each other, baby, I need my team to come out on top, because if they don't win, it's going to be consequences later.
Right. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I need this money. You know what I'm saying? So
correct.
We'll be friends after we perform. We can be friends again. All right, here we go. Question number 2. Oh, this is a good one right here. This one was a talk for a while. All right, and I actually had a conversation with this coach, and you'll see on the upcoming video. How do you feel about coaches going to help other teams?
It's all about the relationship that you have with someone. If you're never going to go against them, it's like I don't mind. Like, I don't see how people mind. To me, it's always about you know, I'm not in nobody else's business. So therefore, if that's your forte, that's what you want to do. If you think that would better your team and your organization and your brand, I say go for it. But you have to always remember later, if that coach does get a team in your division, and if they dish you, you set that diss up to happen because you brought that coach down to help your team. So you always have to think about it, because it may not happen a year or two, but you never know what's going to happen 5 years from now, and that coach helped you later, but get a same team that you got, and then that diss come up later. So it all depends on how you want to be looked at later on down, and it can always, things that may not hurt you now may can hurt you later.
Okay, I'll take that. Coach Kiara, what about you?
That's my answer right there. But I would like to add on with, you know, me personally, I wouldn't have a middle school coach come down here and help us, because like Randall said, same category, they might turn up on me at a show next month. So it's no point in me having you coming down now. If it's a high school coach or whatever, also, like you said, it depends on that relationship with me and that high school coach. If I'm comfortable enough for him to come down here and I know how our relationship is set, and I know for a fact he won't, you know, he or she may not switch up on me like that, then I'll allow them to come out here and help. And, you know, it's also coaches out there who pays attention to your team a lot more than others, and they might just want to critique them or, you know, tell you what they feel like you could be better in, even if, and sometimes most coaches have to be open-minded to accept that, because I may not see that my team might not be good at intros, but another coach might want to let me know, hey, you know, your intro is good, but I think this could, you know, spark it up a little bit. I'm willing to accept and have an open ear to listen to that coach. So,
well, I'm not open to hear it only if I ask you. Now, don't come calling me up saying, hey, I think you should do this. I'm going to say, okay, well, I think you team should do this. And I'm going to go down the list.
But yeah,
this. So don't come volunteering the information because people love to come up to me and just hit me up. Oh, X Factor be so great if y'all work on your precision. Well, we beat you and you and you with our precision not being so great. So next team.
I get so emotional because so many people think I care about their opinion, but I don't.
Next case, you know what I'm saying? So don't volunteer it because I gotta, you know. Hello.
Well, I won't say that because I volunteered with Kiara a couple of times, but I just never forgot to call. I be getting so busy, but I forgot to follow up on with him. But and it's just like because I can see the potential in 904 Blitz. So I'm like they already an incredible team now, but you know, like a little bit of pointers will help. I feel like will set him to that level that he needs to be on.
But see, you have the relationship. There's only one coach. There's only one coach that can call me and just say, Kareem, you need to do this, and that's Curtis. He's the only one that can call me up and say, y'all need to do this a little better. That, and I don't have to ask him. I'll let because I have that type of relationship. Now the coach from over across town at the next thing right there, go ahead and volunteer. I'm gonna take my list. I'm gonna be like, hey, your team. Yeah, I'm gonna start critiquing you. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I'll take that. All right. Let's get on this right here. All right. This is a sneak question that somebody sent to me when I put it on Instagram. Where does the team beef start? There seems to be a team beef. It can be, we're all here for fun. You know, Jonathan loves to say for fun. I'm just messing with Jonathan. But, you know, we always say we're just here to go do our thing. But all of a sudden you go to a show, you're good. You get home, the teams are beefing. So where do the team beefs start from? And I use Jonathan as an example just for fun. Jonathan, no, I just be playing. All right, Coach Tiari, where do you think team beefs start from?
I think it starts off stage. And sometimes us coaches don't even know.
Ooh.
And, you know, most of our teams, when we walking out in the hallways, 9 times out of 10, we're going to walk past each other. And, you know, kids say select stuff here and there. Even though we tell them to stay in zone, keep their heads forward, they might walk past, say something select, but they don't let us know. And, you know, right after that show, these children start finding each other Instagrams. They might go on the team Instagram and start going down, looking at the lights, trying to see where that person at, and then they get to arguing. So I feel like it starts off stage, and that also goes back to that other question with, you know, y'all not friends for 10 minutes, but right after that, y'all need to, you know, mingle with each other or something, try to get to know each other a little bit more. But y'all have to realize that when y'all are on stage, it's going to be pressure on stage. But once y'all come off, y'all have to have that mindset of, oh, that's not how I'm really supposed to act. That's just for the fun of it.
Right. Now watch this. Do you think the slick comments come from the coaches saying negative things in the practice? Because the people, you know, there's always a saying, after the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So they hear it all the time. Yeah. Oh, there goes sweethearts. I've been hearing about them all week.
Yeah, it depends on that coach too, though.
Okay.
Some coaches out here say something, man.
Coach Randall, I take that. Coach Randall.
I honestly think it starts from social media. And I think it has a lot to do with, I think on social media, it's a lot of too much of comparing and contrasting. Like, it's everybody comparing everybody. And then I know a lot of people, like a lot of coaches are sensitive about their S. So you're not going to sit here and talk about what I created. And then I see you doing it later on, whether it's whatever it is, you can't sit here. So then, of course, them kids going to speak up because they got to be the ones to perform. So I feel like, and then even the fans jump in. Just like, I want to say, for instance, when U-Step came around, when me and Curtis did lose, first off, me and him wasn't even saying nothing yet. It was just that people was like talking for us, and then we was like, we had to come in and like, then the people that was over the show mad, and then other people got mad, but then me and Curtis technically didn't say nothing. Then people say, y'all need to control y'all fans. Hold on, you're not gonna tell me what I need to do because I ain't even like no. So therefore, it's like you causing me and Curtis to have beef with the team that won, and you know we never said nothing about the show because it happens or whatever. We can't get the money back from him. We can't beat the man up for the trophy. It's like it's not that serious to us. Like so, it's like especially me because he opened up his studio. I have my own studio, so it's like we can care less about that. What just happened? We grew for that. So it's like I really think social media has really took a turn for the worse for the step world because it's so much comparison, and then everybody feel like, and I'm one of the ones and guilty as well. We always feel like we have to defend our team, we have to defend our name, and stuff like that. So eventually, when we defend our name, of course, the love that our kids have for us, they're gonna come back with their comments, and then you know, I don't care about no child talking smack to my kids, but there ain't no coach finna talk smack to my kids without me calling them and say what I gotta say to them. Yeah, so I really feel like social media has like divided everybody in the step world and like really that's what causes the drama. But I mean, some coaches know how to talk it out, and some coaches know how to just keep it going until to keep going. But I don't think it should ever lead to fights. But you know,
right. We're not gonna talk about fights. All right, at shows in Florida, in Lakeland. All right, so we're not gonna bring that up. All right, here we go. So y'all can laugh about it now. All right.
Yeah, we're
right, so we can laugh about it now and joke about it. All right, here we go. Another question, and this question came from somebody on Instagram. All right, what is your definition of a qualified judge? And what should be a general rule that every judge must have or to be considered to be a qualified judge? So what is your definition of a qualified judge, and what should every judge have and know to be considered a qualified judge?
Want me to go first? Oh,
go ahead.
My definition of a qualified judge is someone that actually been in a step where I should say for at least 5 years or more. I think that you should have some type of actually have some type of step experience, whether you was a step master of a fraternity or sorority, or you actually coached your own team to actually win shows. Because my whole thing is, I don't think people understand a judge sheet. Precision doesn't. Everybody's not precise because you step like TBS or you step like.
Oh my God!
Because like I want to tell people, who precision is different for me that most people don't understand is GOB.
Right.
Just because it's not the norm, everyone look like one person when they step. That's precision. That's precision to me. Because it's hard to get 30 boys to look like one person. Like, so therefore that's their style of precision. Florida, we have our own style of precision. Our precision is sharp arm movements, and then the Georgia, you're going to see a lot of training and stuff like that. But you have to be in Florida Diamonds, like even of the Carolinas, their position, even X Factor, their position is different from everybody else's position. When you have a national show, everybody's position is going to be different because you have different cities and states competing at one show. That's what makes it a national show. So we have to get out of that mindset of it's only one way of Rampage way of precision is the only precision that you will see. No, that's not the only precision you will see. So I think that's the mindset everybody has to really, really get out of. And that's what a judge has to get up. And then even when you're looking at creativity just doesn't mean theme and props. I think that people have to start listening. If I can listen to a 3-part step and the beat of when I'm looking at all three, like all 3 beats, I listen to all 3 beats, the beat, the difficulty within the beats to make it blend is what I want to say. That's creative because it's hard to make 3 like I want to say BTC. I want to use an example. They always do these 3-part steps where it sounds like it's off beat, but if you really, really listening, it's like a blend, and the blend is so good that it's like it sounds like it's off, but it's not off. It's just that they have 3 difficult parts, trying to bring 3 difficult parts together to make that blend is like that's creative. So people have to understand, even with the Raider Boys have a lot of those type of beats that it just seems like it's like, oh, it's kind of off. No, that's not off beat. It's just a blend that's making it sound so like distinct. So it's like, it's really, really, people have to understand that. And I think that's what judges have to understand. Like, stop always, get out of that mindset of old stepping. Like, stepping has evolved. So we have to get to it's evolved. So therefore, like one judge took off points for me. One of my girls make sure she I don't like the deep voice on her. Baby. So my judge, so my daughter, at that time my captain, she said, Coach, I'm not changing my way of talking. Coach Randall told me to do it this way. Right. You listen to Coach Randall. Just like you have to really, really like stepping is different. I don't really personally don't agree with too many sororities and fraternity judges on the panel anyway, because their style of stepping is they look at it one-dimensional sometimes.
Yes.
I mean, I agree. I never have a whole full of, and not saying that they're not good, but just because
they are good, but I think it's a different because this generation these are kids, so we're not teaching these kids to step like deltas. We're not teaching them to step like AKAs. No, but like I always tell my kids, I don't even bring up because like I want them to go to college and experience that life of their own. I don't want them. I don't want to guide them and tell them to be deltas. I don't want to guide them and tell them to be an alpha. I don't want to guide them. No, because I'm taking that experience away from them to actually go to college and study them. Like when they get up college, I want them to be fresh. That's why I don't believe in the hazing. That's why I don't believe in probates and all that. No, I want them to go to college and experience and be like, oh, I've never seen that before. Oh, I never seen that before. I never seen that before. I want them to go into college thinking that I want to be whatever I want to be. Whether you want to be an AKA, whether you want to be a Delta, whether you want to be a Zeta, Sigma Gamma Rho, you want to. But that's going to be on your choice to figure out which one fits you.
I totally agree because like I was saying before earlier, I never agreed with having everybody who's a part of Divine Nine on the panel. Somebody came up to me was like, well, I have so-and-so, he's a Q, so he could be a judge. Most of my fraternity brothers have not stepped before. You know what I'm saying? So I do not want to put them on there. Well, so-and-so's an alpha. And honestly, and I'll be honest and be real with you, majority of the people that pledged fraternities did not step when they were in high school.
Correct.
They did not. They didn't like it. They were like, nope, I ain't doing it. And when they got to college, then they did it. Yeah.
Oh, it's cool now.
It's cool now.
I had them judge a stroll off now. But baby, that's it.
That's
where it stopped at.
That's where it stopped at. Coach Kiari, the same question. What do you consider a qualified judge?
I think, I want to start here. I feel like all judges need to know the score sheets themselves. And when I say that, when it comes down to like, the creativity, precision, all that, they should be able to do that themselves before they can judge someone else. And I also feel like most of the judges that be on the panel has not either, experienced some of these step teams within the past 5-6 years or actually coached a step team for the past 5 to 6 years to actually know how this new world of step is. And I feel like that's where the twist gets involved. So, yeah, I just feel like they just need to know the judge sheet and know how this new world of step is.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's true. I had one judge tell me, you guys should put some more tricks in your show. I said, well, you got the insurance, so if we fall and hurt our neck, you gonna pay for it? Tricks. silly rabbit tricks are for kids, and these are no kids, these are teenagers.
Right.
So, but
at the end of the day, it's all about the steps.
Right. I done got knocked off for swinging too much hair, not doing tricks. Y'all, and I'll be honest with y'all, people, and I got knocked off for having too many kids on the floor. And people still don't want to hear the story, but I'll be like, the judge wrote on my score sheet. I'm not saying the show, wrote on my score sheet. You have too many kids. You cannot save them all.
Mm-mm.
And the people wonder why I go crazy at a show. Let somebody tell you, Coach Randall, that you got too many kids, you can't save them all. How you gonna feel?
I'm gonna take that same judge sheet back up to her, baby. Baby, you need to judge what you're seeing. Is that on the paper?
Right. And I'm good for good block games. When I got home, blocked. All right, here we go. Thank you for getting those hot topics for us today. Of course, I love talking about some of the stuff that goes on in the step world. But this is the section now. We're going to play Never Have I Ever, the Step Team Edition. Never have I ever, using my sheet here, never have I ever had both of my teams win a national at the same time. I'm gonna put one up. I'm like, I know I did that for you, Randall. I know you have. Both of them. Both of them won at the same time. Both of them. All right, here we go. Oh, this is a good one. I got something to say after this one. Never have I ever. One means you have, two means you have not. Never have I ever been to Coach B in the X Factor show. Randall, if you don't come up here after COVID, I'm going after you too. I'm telling everybody this. I done told Shamari this. I done told League of Extraordinary Steppers this. I done told Travaris this. I'm telling you, if y'all don't come up to Charlotte after COVID, I'm fighting all y'all on site. From you, the team, the parents, everybody. All right, here we go. Next one. Never have I ever saw a team do my material on stage and win with it.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, I know you have, Randall. I could probably already tell. Did it in one with it. You know, were you at the show? Did they beat you with it, or did you just at another show?
Well, usually it don't really be like too many of the high schools. It just be like, middle school, but they all like call and ask if they want to use a chant or a trans or something, they'll ask me about it. And I'm like, I don't care. So it's just like, I don't really be minding. I see, because shoot, we get some of the stuff from the Greeks and stuff too. So shoot, we don't even call and ask the Greeks. So it's just like, we do it, and people may do a chant or something or some steps. And then sometimes we have alumni who create teams for that, and they may want to do something that they was on the team, why they can do it. So it's okay and fine with me. And because I have, even with my Tampa Bay Tech boys that I was coaching, when I was captain, they went in and taught their dorm teams some of the materials that I created, and they was winning at dorm step shows with it.
Right.
So just,
it was the talk of youth steps IG thing when we went to national, and I asked Curtis. I said, Curtis, I'm going to take your weave, your keys, and leave all season. You're not doing it. Right. I'm going to do it. So I definitely want to do it at youth step, because I don't know if you've done it before, if you went and did it, but nobody's done it for middle school. I did it. Isn't that roll diamond? Yes, it is. And I asked him, can I do it? And if you don't like it, then be quiet. All right.
Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business.
All right. So thank you so much, everybody. That was Never Have I Ever, the Step Team edition. So this part right here is called Guess That Team. I'm going to play a team clip. All right. You won't be able to see the team, but you can hear it. And then we'll hear it. We'll come back. I'll let you guess to see what team it is. And then I'll play it for you to see if you were right. All right. School team. Coach Randall, who you think it is?
I think it's Young Kings.
All right, Young Kings. Coach Kiara, who you think it is?
I think it's Young Kings too. That's what it sounds like to me.
All right, I'm going to play this video clip, and we're going to see if they are right. Everybody take a look. I'm gonna play the video, and it was not Young Kings. It was Elements of Class.
Oh,
it was Elements of Class.
I heard one little
definitely sounded like they ripple.
And we are back. They did not get it. They had to stay in Florida where they don't wear their mask. That was Elements of Class from North Carolina, from Rayford, North Carolina.
I want to say, be yourself, stay in your own lane, find your own vision for what you want to do. Because whenever your team step out, it's a reflection of you. You don't want it to be known as, I want to do themes like Sweetheart Nation, or I want to step like TBS, or I want to transition and move like Chaotic, or I want to chant like Roy Diamonds. no, this because you're not creating your own lane. You need to figure out what you want your team to be, what you want your brand to be, and what you want your legacy to be known as. So therefore, like the lane I picked is themes. I want to be known as one of the best person with the themes and stuff like that. So that's the lane I want to create for myself. So as an upcoming coach for the younger generation or anybody else, just find out who you are as a person so that it'll be easy for you to create your own legacy within your team.
I ain't gonna say you can't say you want to be. You are. You as soon as you say sweethearts and Randall, you already know themes. And you know what? There's a sound bite I think you should take and you should just download. There was a young girl on Instagram after you stepped, and she was like, "Sweetheart Nation," when everything happened, and she just was going in for y'all because she got in place. And I was like, he got to make that to a sound bite. She was going in. She was upset that she didn't play.
Her team competed too. That was
her team.
They from up there where Curtis at.
BSOD.
Yeah,
that's who it is. BSOD. She was like, sweetheart. She was like, "Sweetheart Nation." I was like, and I felt I love it. And see, that comes from another team. Somebody from another team knows your team's worth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people
it's good to build your own legacy because like you can't like. You have to understand, and like X Factor, even though they have 1 million people, but that's the lane that he's chose. So now when people talk about X Factor, you're gonna say, you're gonna say, now what you want? So therefore, like he's the only one doing that. Before him, it was Del Rey Divas. So he's the new generation of creating his own lane. So now when you hit X Factor, you need a whole section by themselves because they're gonna bring 40. So therefore, you can't tell somebody how to create their own lane, baby. You just create your lane and you worry about what your team got going on.
Okay, I'm sorry. I get excited. You are right. I don't have to say that. You just preached. Collection plate, everybody. Collection plate, because Ghost Rambler just preached. Come on and pass the collection plate around. I'm sorry, I had to jump up and jump around for a second.
If more coaches come into the game like that, it would keep the new generation of steppers to like on point. And I feel like that's the only way stepping to stay alive. If these new coaches are able to keep these new kids humble, but always willing to grow. And I feel like that's the mindset they need to have. That's why I say let them kids, let them boys, these young coaches, let them be them. We don't need to compare them to us. We don't need to compare them to because the only thing we're doing is we're putting them in the beef and drama of us being tenure coaches.
Right.
So let them young coaches create their own lane. Let them find their identity and stop always judging them. Oh, they don't have enough precision. Oh, they look like this team. Oh, they doing this. Oh, they doing that. Let them be them, because when you was being you, when nobody trying to tell you what to do,
you are preaching. What?
So it's like you have to let people be them, because I don't care what nobody tell me. I can lose 1 million times to the same teams over and over. But baby, I trust me and believe. Before I have lost to them, I have beat them too. So you understand, sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're gonna lose. But I still know who I am, and they know who I am. So I don't have nothing else to worry about. So therefore, and my legacy speaks for itself. I've been around almost 12 years. So I must be doing something right. So therefore, So therefore, let these young coaches grow. Let these young coaches be what they want to do. If they want to fly President Trump down the hill, let them do it.
Now wait a minute. But I'm just saying. Now I'll make a phone call then and be like, "Now what are you doing?"
They just have to let them people be them. I think that's what a lot of people are scared of that. A lot of because now some step shows are trying to put a cap on shows. Only can step with 15. Baby, you can't tell nobody how many they want to step with. Let people be. Let them. Don't put no cap on nothing. Let these coaches be them. Let us as coaches. Let us do what we want to do. You want us to pay a registration fee, but then you want to dictate how we run our show. I never understand that. You already tell me
right
7 to 10 business days before I get my money. I don't understand it. So it's I feel let us coaches be coaches, and these step promoters need to be step promoters.
Let the coaches be okay. You preaching today, sir. Yes, you are.
I want to just say to the upcoming coaches, Adonis, Kiara, all y'all, just be yourselves. Keep doing the amazing job that y'all are doing. And like before you know, y'all will be in the high school division. As long as you don't come my way, you know, good to go. stay y'all lane.
I'm never coming to high school. People ask me, you gonna start high school? You gonna start a high school team here? No.
Nah, but I really want to tell them two boys that keep up the great work. Yeah. I mean, don't fall into the trap of like, oh, we have to go against each other or we have to have beef for each other. No, y'all can actually love each other and still be cool. But just know when y'all go against each other on stage, it's war. So but you don't have to beef. Our kids don't have to beef. Like y'all can keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all are doing an amazing job. It's great to have people that y'all look up to. But remember, it's your name on the line, your brand on the line, and your kids on the line. So therefore, you want to be known for what you have created, not for what the next person created.
And that was Coach Randall Speaks. Because there's nothing else that needs to be said. We're going to end it right there. Thank you, brother, so very much for coming on the Step Exchange today. Thank you, Coach Randall. Thank you, Coach Hiari. Keep doing what you're doing. Randall's screen went off. Wait for him to come back. And he is back. That's how Tampa, Florida do. I think your phone needs to put on a mask. Put your phone on a mask. Put a mask on your phone. No. But thank you, gentlemen, so very much. We see you in the step world. Trust me. Legacy. Randall is already, I call him a legend in the step world. And Kiara, you are making your way up there as well. All right. So continue to do what you're doing. Everyone, thank you for watching this edition of the Step Exchange. I am Coach B, and everything you need to know, want to know, and must know about the Step Team world is going to come from me.